Okay. We'll get into this real quick, and I'll make this a video. So I'm here. This is recorded live on Twitch. But it's probably gonna be uploaded to YouTube. Uh, we gotta talk about some patch notes. Um, we we just gotta talk about some patch notes real quick. So first thing is the wind deltas. I'd say these are pretty fair. I don't see any major outliers. I think that Finka is super strong and underpicked. Feel like this is pretty much where everybody here needs to be. If you guys here, I'll screen share on Discord for you guys real quick. Hold on. I'll screen share so you guys can actually see it. Okay. Alright, let me swap back to the live screen here. So this, like I said, this is going to be a highlight, and then eventually it's going to come to YouTube as a video tomorrow. Yeah. Well, basically, this is the patch notes for the test server for the foreseeable future. The next patch for Siege. This is 3.3. Mid-season patch. There's a lot in here. I've already looked through it. It's bullshit. You guys see the shit here, the graphs. Xander or Dalton, whichever one of you guys is here.
I'm gonna open it up.
Okay. So, but basically, this is just a graph of where all the operators are on a chart, and by pick rate and win percentage. Finka has a real high win percentage, a low pick rate. Monty just is in hell.
Ayana's busted woot.
Yeah, Iana's in a pretty good spot. I don't think they need to do anything to her. She was super strong before. Twitch is in a good spot. I think Twitch will actually go higher. She's already picked over half the time in every game ever.
Glass, Cully, and Monty, all three down there.
They're in. That's hell. Gridlock being there is understandable, but she has like a niche purpose. So does Capital.
I'm
Gridlock.
surprised Flores is where
Why is that Maru so low? She's the best champion in the game.
Her win rate's about even. Just nobody picks her
I'm
because she
surprised
does.
Flores is there.
Well, I mean, but like if you think about it, what does Amaru bring? That like, I mean, look, you got Zofia, Hibana, Nomad, Osa, Maverick, Jackal, Ash, Thatcher.
Amaru brings in a magic trick. Like a boom, I'm here, you know.
Kaboom! I'm here.
Can Zofia do a magic trick?
No, I don't believe so.
AC. Let's go Oryx!
Okay, so Jaeger's still over here vibing by himself. He's actually doing worse, but being picked a lot. Almost a minus 2% win rate, but 70% presence. So anytime you pick Jaeger, you're
Oryx
throwing.
has a very high win rate.
Well, yeah, because Oryx is good. Oryx is in a good spot. That's why he got a buff, because he's good to make people want to play his ass.
What makes Chanka so bad?
Yeah, see, I want to play him more, but I feel like I'm throwing every time I pick him.
Well, I mean, you have to play him correctly. Like he's meant to like, he's meant for like that deep roam. Like he's the roamer that can rotate in like the last 30 seconds of the round, and nobody know where the hell he's at. But you have to have a team that can stay up. Clash being down here makes sense, and so does Chonka. Chonka's good, but like Chonka's, I can understand why he's got a low fire rate gun.
Who's hiding back in there behind Frost?
Capcan.
Capcan.
His new buff though.
yeah, his new buff. Okay, so let's get to the ban rates. Attacker bans.
I respect all those.
Yeah. I don't see. The BB.
No, I know banned 17%.
Bro, imagine Monty not getting banned as much as nobody. And then the defense bans again. These are
all respect. We'll get into.
Yeah. No bans higher than Malusi.
I don't agree with this right here.
Nah, I did. I agree. As a Mario player.
Yeah, you're getting banned.
I don't know. That's such a dumb ban. Like some of these are
I
stupid.
think Jaeger has like a decent gun, but he has like his utility is not that strong.
Yeah, the barb and the nades are. I mean, just run with mine now. Anyway, so Castle. So here's the meat and potatoes. Castle
Oh,
gets
it's four
another
now?
armor panel,
That's good. I like that.
That's pretty good.
and they reduce the amount of melee hits it takes to break it to 9 from 12, which is good. Uh, I mean that's gonna make him stronger, but I mean.
Clash has like a super shorty now.
Yeah. Well, so let's move on down. They took away Clash's pistol and gave her the super shorty because that's a buff. Whatever. Stupid. I mean, just please give it back to Mozzie. Please. Especially what you did to him. Anyway, so now Capcan can just monkey all 5 Capcan traps on one door. So that's good. With Capcan, you can just throw all 5 of your traps on a door and hope that somebody walks into it and immediately fucking dies.
What's the
Here's an artist. Here's an artist rendition of what that could look like.
Well, oh,
Yeah, that's a
oh,
wonderful.
that's beautiful.
That's wonderful. That's
Is
That's
there
beautiful.
okay? They need to like make like a game mode that you pick one up, everyone else is I
yeah.
guess do Capcans
Jesus, that
or
would
Maru's.
be hell. But yeah, this is stupid.
Half
I
all Montanes.
I think that's going to lead to a lot of people getting pissed off that Capcans. You know what this will do though? This will increase his pick rate.
I'm
'cause
not
now-
a Capcan man.
Because now with the careless, you can't afford to be careless because you can just walk into a doorway, hit 5 Capcan traps, and fucking die. Or
I
hit,
either.
yeah, basically. Except I'll do it multiple times. I'll walk into a door. Okay, this is a change. This is Malusi change. They gave her the bulletproof, took away the nitro. Whatever. Who really cares? I mean, if you were running the nitro on her, you were kind of throwing in the first place, so it doesn't really matter. This is a buff to Oryx.
What is it? Works the buff?
It reduces the time that it takes for his dash to recharge. This buff is
Oh, that's just a solid. That's just straight up a.
it's just a buff. There's nothing.
Okay,
Wamai
I'll take
gets
it.
2 more magnets, which means 2 more projectiles just get cucked by Wamai existing, and they reduce the radius. So I think this is like the same radius as a mute jammer. I want to say some shit like that. So like the same radius a jammer covers, a magnet will cover. This is negligible. This will make him better, but I don't think his pick rate is going to be anywhere near comparable to Jaeger's. Even though I think he's better. I think he's better in almost every way.
His gadget's just harder to use.
Well, that's just because it charges over an amount of time. Like if you
Well, it's
do,
also you extra place it because like Jaeger it just shoots it out of the air. Well, mine's actually fucking catches it.
it catches it and detonates it.
Yeah, so you can somehow fuck your teammates, but if you immediately
Yeah, if you don't know how to
grab a
play.
nade
Yeah,
off
that's
of 'em.
fair. That's understandable. And then
Jaeger just launches it out of the air and you don't have to worry about it.
here is the here's the fucking kicker.
Oh, the next beast.
So here's the MX4. They changed the recoil. We knew this was gonna probably happen because instead because this is the mentality of
Oh,
Ubisoft
I
at
hate
this
that.
point. Yeah,
hate that.
It makes the gun horrible. First of all, I don't know what did it say what they ran it with no attachments. Okay, so basically here's the thing. This thing's still a fucking laser once you put a grip on it and a flash hider. This will not change. If anything, the way it's spread out will make it easier to use because it's going to jump, but you'll be able to pull it straight back down a lot easier than when you're. It'll be the same. This doesn't do anything to Alibi. The only reason they had to do this is because they gave her the 1.5x that Frost had, because Frost needed to not have it. Okay, so that their justification for this nerf is she has the 1.5x, the gun's good, she's got a high pick rate, but you gave her a shield, a laser, and a 1.5x, and then expected her to not be picked. Intelligent. This is what I feared they would do to the
Why
Roni.
did they just cut the Roni? I don't want to.
Because people complained about Mozzie being overpowered, but Mozzie's not overpowered. You know what this does? You guys want to guess what this does?
Commando time.
No, I'm not talking Mozzie. Do you know what this does?
Secondary main.
Well, yeah, but what primary do people use on another operator that just happens to be like a paraplegic who can punch holes in walls?
Oh.
Yeah. And what's her other option? Oh, it's a DMR. In a one-shot headshot game,
Who else has the Roni?
Rooney.
She doesn't have the Roni.
Rooney has the Roni.
Oh, I was thinking about Maru.
Oh
Or
no.
Rooney. Or
so
Rooney.
this change only fucks a Rooney.
What does she do? I completely forgot who she was.
She's the laser gun
gate.
chick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, and that's her only option other than the M14.
That's messed up.
So they just killed that poor bitch.
So in doing this, they've not only made people run the commando again, which is fine because the commando's okay, but they have single-handedly, more than likely, fucked a Rooney just because of this 16 bullet limitation on the gun. At least with 20 bullets, you can kill 2 people in one magazine. With 16
They can
bullets,
barely kill one.
with 16 bullets, you will be lucky to kill 1 person. This is a horrible change, and I hope it never goes to the live build. Everything else in this, I completely agree with. In
What's
fact,
the last change?
no, other than this, where you get 2 more heart breach gadgets. Which this is fine. I think this is okay. I think that gadget needed a buff, and this is probably what it needed. Because now, actually, that kind of makes, that might bring Hibana's pick rate down a little bit. Because that, and bring Buck, and Fuse, and Capital up. And Zero. That'll bring Zero way up, because Zero is already good. He just doesn't have much utility outside of the cameras. But the cameras are good for flank watch. It saves you drones. Yeah, no. So this will bring Zero up. I don't think this will change Ying's pick rate, to be honest, because Ying, you're gonna run the smokes anyway. Nook, I don't think that's gonna change her pick rate. She has terrible guns. Amaru, nobody uses her heart breach charge anyway. Capital definitely, it may affect his pick rate. I don't think it'll bring him too high. Fuse, Fuse is in a good spot. I think they did enough to Fuse to make him okay. That he's probably in a good okay spot. Buck, I mean, yeah, but wouldn't you just run the stuns? Same thing with Amaru. Like, you just run the stuns because the flashes got buffed this season. And then Monty, dear God, he's never getting out of there. But this right here, this is horrible. Like, if anything, what they need to do, if they're gonna justify doing this shit, they have to give a Rooney a different, like, fucking primary, because the Rooney's all that bitch has got. And if they're gonna cuck it this hard, I don't know.
They increased the recoil on top of all that too. Like, it's like
They dropped it to 16 rounds, made it harder to hit shots with. Like, I mean, it's still going to be relatively good, but similar to Alibi above with the MX4, Mozzie also has one of the highest KDs of 1.26 with the P10, while Rooney's KD isn't quite as high. The power and the precision of the P10 has helped her make her already stacked kit from the strong utility of her surrogates to her passive, which allows for the creation of infinite rotations, a force to be reckoned with, to help bring both operators back in line with their fellow defenders and encourage some experimentation with the loadouts. The P10 is getting nerfed to its recoil magazine. Okay. Let's just go up real quick. Let's look at the defender graph. All right. Let's go through what defenders would you guys say have guns that are absolute fucking lasers? Like out of this list. Cuz I can already name 4.
Valkyrie,
Valk, Warden,
headshot hose.
yeah, headshot hoses. Yeah, they're never going to do anything to the MPX. They nerfed the MPX. Warden and Valkyrie are horrible. Okay. Y'all got another one? Any other guns that are absolute lasers? Can you guess? Actually, I've got 6. 7. I'm gonna say them. So, the MP5 is a fucking laser, no recoil, high enough fire rate to be comparable. The T5 has no recoil. The T5 has no recoil. Legion, Oryx, no recoil, nothing. I don't understand. Doc and Rook have the MP5, which is an absolute laser with no recoil. Not to mention, they also have the P90, which is an absolute laser with no recoil. Capcan, laser, no recoil. Chonka has the same gun Capcan does. Wamai has the MP5. Mute has the MP5. Both of those guns have no recoil and are easy as fuck to use. Bandit has no recoil. Cade has no recoil. Do I need to say more? Thunderbird has a low fire rate. That means her gun's not as good. The Vector's a fucking laser. Goyo, Mira. The UMP is a laser, but it just has slow fire rate. If they buff the fire rate of the UMP, I guarantee Pulse and Castle become like fucking gods. Echo has no recoil. Cav, no recoil. Maestro, it's a fucking LMG. Frost, no recoil. What does... I mean, Jaeger has recoil, and he's picked 70% of the time and loses. What is the justification? Because Mozzie's picked highly and Rooney's picked highly? Yeah, because they're really good operators with really good kits. You know who they should think about fucking buffing instead of nerfing these two? I don't know. Clash is down here in fucking the pits of hell.
What do you mean? They're giving her the super shorty.
By the super shorty, she can make rotates that she already could with impact grenades.
No.
No, it's different. She can make infinite rotate. Talking about the MSGS.
No, she can't. She only has fucking, I don't know, 30-some bullets in the gun.
That's more than 2 impacts.
I like how those are just factional. You can make infinite rotates.
Infinite rotates with Clash now has rotation potential with her super shorty shotgun. Okay, well, why don't we buff Tachanka? How do we buff Tachanka? I don't know. We already gave him a buff. He's got the LMG now. He can make rotates. He has barbed wire. He has a shitty gadget. His gadget.
I like how rotates are their defense.
Yeah, I mean that's why Mozzie got nerfed in the first place when they took the super shorty a season after he came out because he got a lot of utility. Yeah, because he's a good operator. Like what the fuck does Rook bring other than his armor plates? Nothing. He's got a good gun and proxies. Well, why the fuck do you pick fucking Castle? You sure as shit don't pick Castle for the UMP. You don't pick... I think this game devolves as like a fucking... just as a video game in general whenever you start picking ops based on guns. Like, look at the attackers. Twitch, no recoil. Yana, no recoil. Ace, best gun in the game. Sledge, no recoil. Amaru, no recoil. Finka, no recoil. Thatcher, no recoil. Ash, no recoil. Sledge, no recoil. Hibana, no recoil. Zofia got nerfed, but then they gave her they made her LMG more prevalent, so no skill. Nomad, good gadget, good gun. Osa literally fucking has the PDW, high fire rate, 51 rounds, no recoil. Where's their nerf? Where's Jackal's nerf? He is banned half the time in every single ranked game, but there's no nerf for Jackal. Mozzie's banned 1%. Hold on. Mozzie is banned 1% of the time. If anything, Rooney's ban rate should be higher than Mozzie's. It should be like, I don't know why people ban these two. This makes no sense. This is like gold bans from last season. Clash, I can understand. Huh?
Hey.
What?
Talking about us.
No. There's nothing like... Echo and Ella aren't good bans. Malusi's meh. I mean, her gadget, like, one person stands in it, one person shoots it. If they swing to kill you while you're trying to shoot it, you just fucking kill them and then shoot it. They made her horrible. But I mean, seriously, like, if you look at the fucking graph, what fucking sense does it make to nerf Mozzie and a Rooney when you have Chanka, Clash, and Castle down here with Pulse, who is, like, picked less than 10% of the time, he wins less than 1% of the time, and the same thing with Goyo and Wamai. They buffed Wamai. Castle gets a buff, but I don't know how much that's going to affect him. That'll probably bring him to, like, right here. Clash and Chanka are going to stay down here. Clash is probably going to drop further. I don't know how she's going to manage to do it, but she'll go down lower. Chanka's not going to change, and then everybody else stays the same. I think the most balanced defender in the fucking game is Mute. And he has a gun that's a fucking laser, and a secondary SMG that is also really fucking good, and a shotgun. Same thing with Smoke. So what, like... How does this... I mean, sure, they're oppressive as fuck, but deal with the utility. That's what the game is. It's like people fucking picking... I mean, like, hell, if I'm going Docker Rook, I'm not going Docker Rook because I have health and armor. I'm going Docker Rook because I want the P90 or the MP5. That's just facts. Anyway, that's... I believe that's it, unless you guys want to have anything you want to say about it.
I wait for the Amaru buff.
Or Rooney.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Rooney's going to the dumps. I mean, she's still gonna be good, but
They're sending her ass to the farm.
they're gonna put her down there where Ella was, where she's borderline unusable because she has a single shot DMR as her primary weapon and no other alternative. Well, I really appreciate you guys coming to this rant after we already streamed for 6 hours today. I just read the patch notes and I felt the need to hop back on here and at least stream so I can then make it into a YouTube video in the coming days. But holy shit, what the fuck are they doing? Just poor decision making on every single front. I don't understand, and I'm now very disappointed, and I'm ending the stream.